Come on. I still like... Stay. Stay. Yeah, that works. Stay there. Be right back. Alright. Yeah, that's enough. Whoop. There we go. So, from what I've seen from the perspective of the viewer, this screen should be flipped. Which means if I take out the whiteboard or something... Why is the stream all laggy? Why is my stream laggy? Alright, so, from what I've seen from the other perspective on the other side, apparently it's flipped on your point of view, which means if I take out the whiteboard, start writing stuff down, you guys are fine, so because you can still read it. Good. Also, hold on. There's a slight delay. Oof. No, whatever. Hello, everybody. My name is the Cake Zombie Plus, and welcome to the Sky Lore Stream. The only stream where you can find all of the answers to Sky. You see, beggar's belief. I've been playing this game since it first ever came out on the mobile device. I haven't played Journey, I haven't played Flower, none of the other games from that game company. I've only ever played Sky. So, yeah. I did not play the game for about 2 years after I did play it for 1 year and a half, but that doesn't matter. I basically know everything. And all my other theories that I've done about this game, I have those too. So, and I have you guys. I have the viewers' thoughts. So I guess there's also that. I'm assuming not everybody's here yet, so I will wait for people to show up. Until then, I'm just gonna talk about Skylore. I promised I was gonna do one of these streams eventually. The Sky Lore stream. That was the thing. I've done all the seasonal quests and things, so there really is no reason to play the game right now. I've basically beaten everything, so here I am doing things. So how are you all doing tonight? I'm doing good. If you don't know. I just got back from my local theater. I saw a play. Now, I have seen many plays in my time. Let me tell you that. Yes, that is correct. The stage performances from Season of Performance are actually real, in real life, if you didn't know. Anywho. I've seen many plays like that one in my time. It was a love story play. And, I don't know, this one was just different. It had a different tone to it. Took a lot of notes during it. And, I think I got enough data to continue my research on the whole topic. If, you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should, go to my VODs channel on YouTube and go see those videos. You know, the actual videos where I do actual research. Remember the one where I watched, what was it called? The Walton Files, I think? Yeah, go watch that one. I learned a lot of things in that video. Still on 0 viewers. You know, honestly, I didn't know what I'd expect. It is literally 10 o'clock at night where I am right now. So that means nobody is probably awake. Really bad time to stream. But you know what? I was doing a lot of things today, so I didn't have time to stream. But I had to. I'm doing a 9-day stream-a-thon, streaming every single day until 9 days are over. Day number 8, I couldn't stream the entire day. So, kind of wasted that opportunity. I guess before anybody shows up, I guess I can just talk about my day. I recorded a video for one of my many channels I own. That one was fun. I liked recording that one. Although, the editing, I know for a fact, is gonna suck. Because on that channel, I use a 3D software to make fictional monsters and stuff. So, I'm gonna have to do that. Another thing I did was I hanged out with my other siblings and whatever. We did things. Yeah. We did a lot of things. What else? One viewer! Finally! Someone with some appreciation for the art. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about Sky lore and literally anything else. It is just chatting, after all. Might as well live up to the name of it. Welcome. I've been asking... I was gonna, ask my viewers questions about the lore, what they think of it, but so far there's only been one singular viewer, which is you. So, not to put you on the spotlight or anything, friend, but right now you're about to get some fame, about to see some fortune put into your name, because it's just one guy. Usually I have more, 10 is usually my max viewer count nowadays, but you get what you get. Welcome again. Wonderful to have you. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the Sky lore. And I'm not going to be talking about the recent events of this season, right? I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm not talking about Season of Shattering, not Season of Abyss, all that junk. I'm going to be getting into the science of this game. Because I don't think anyone realizes this, but for a game about magical flying creatures that are supposed to be underwater that somehow can fly and can breathe air, and for a game about gigantic floating dark dragons that apparently want to hug you but don't, with a game like that, there is a lot of opportunity to explain some of the stuff with science. So that's what I'm doing. I'm the scientist. If I had a lab coat right now, I would be the scientist of Sky. But that's in a closet right now, and why do I keep playing with the side of my head? Hold on a sec. Listen. Okay, so let's answer one of the biggest questions that I think Sky needs to know, because I know you don't know the answer. I sort of know the answer, because I've been doing research on it, but what is light? Like, what actually is light? We know it comes from the sky. One day, out of nowhere, it fell down from the sky and started giving these humanoid creatures the ability to make and craft things. But what is it? They call it light, but it's incredibly obvious it's not light. Like, it's a good example. Hold on a second. Is there no... I don't have one. Okay, so here is my lamp on my desk. That is light. It's producing light. The definition of light is something that emits solar to that we can perceive. That's basically what the definition of light is. And if you want to tell me that's the definition of light, which is the actual definition of light, does that fit with the definition of light in sky? I don't think it does, because this weird light not only affects the animals, it also affects the plants, but it doesn't affect us. And yes, I know for a fact we're light beings. There's that literal candle inside our chests. But what about light? Like sunlight. If we're wanting to recharge our winged light, and we want to go about and do that, we don't sit out in the sun and recharge light. We go towards a candle or other light beings or something like that. The sunlight, the light emit from the sun, doesn't recharge us, which means that this light isn't light. It's something else. And I think I know what it is. You see, I've been looking at sky, alright? I've been seeing it through the eyes of a scientist. And from my little studies, from my little notes I've taken, my notebook I've accidentally left downstairs, which I'm too lazy to get it, but from what I've seen, I think the light in sky is fire. That's it. It's flame. That's the energy. Think about it. What is the thing that powers us inside of us? What's the thing that we pull out of our bodies to allow us to see other beings like us? What is the one thing that helps us defeat dark creatures and just stun them for a bit? It's fire. There's a literal candle inside our chests that we whip out sometimes to either see other light beings, to light more candles, to recharge our light, to stun dark crabs, and to destroy dark plants. That's what that is. It's fire. It's flame. That's what the light is. And yes, you're right. But the light glows. Of course it glows. It's fire. Fire also glows. Why do you think whenever we're near one of those butterflies or the mantis or whatever, those weird particle effects are emitting off of us? That's because that's our flame slowly getting bigger, or the flames within those creatures also getting bigger. How do you think those light creatures like the butterflies or the birds just kind of flap around like that? They're probably powered by flame just like we are. They probably have like a little flame inside of them that we just can't see because they're animals. Well, except the butterflies. I'm still kind of worried on what butterflies are. Actually, now that I think about it, I think butterflies are just flame. Yeah, I'm not going to call them flames. They're just flame cylinders that have wings, and the little flame cylinder in the middle of butterflies help them fly. No, actually, that makes a lot more sense now than my other theory. And anyway, that is my theory. The light in sky is not light. It's fire. Bam. Boom. Gigantic theory. Controversial. Get me canceled for this. I want this trending everywhere. I want hashtag cancel the cake zombie because his sky theory was too stupid. I want that everywhere. Get that on a t-shirt. The light in sky is not light, it's fire. Bam. about dark dragons? What about dark dragons, or the gigantic king krill that we see at the bottom of the abyss? I mean, those things are 100% not immune to fire. Actually, yeah, they're immune to fire. Those things can just pass through it like it's nothing. Now that I think about it, have we ever seen a dark dragon die? Ever? Like, we've seen those smoke monsters from the flame trials dissipate, you know. If we gain enough flame energy, I'm gonna call it energy. If we gain enough energy, it can kill them. What about dark dragons? We haven't seen a dead dark dragon, have we? In that afterlife area, from like the season of Shattering Quests, yeah, that isn't the afterlife. That's just memories. We've only seen them like being created, but like, do they die? Can dark dragons get attacked by so much light they just perish? I mean, that isn't true, because we would see skeletons from the dark dragons littered throughout the battlefield, but we don't. We just see them come out of the ground. So, I'm sure there's an answer for this, which I still haven't figured out yet. But whatever created the dark dragons made them so dark, so void of any kind of energy. They are just immune to everything. They cannot be harmed by flame, by energy, by anything. They are just unkillable monstrosities. And that is horrifying. I mean, imagine a dark version of, like, I can't call it, I'm gonna call them void creatures now. Because, like, there's the dark crabs, and we can stun those things, but we can't stun krills, and they're called dark dragons. I'm gonna call them void creatures now, because there's no way that I can put these two creatures as the same thing coming from the same gigantic blob of whatever it was. So dark creatures, like dark crabs and dark plants and blah blah blah, they can be harmed by light, but void creatures are so void of anything, they just are immune. That is, wow. Now I'm kind of thinking about that. That kind of makes sense, because have you seen the shields and the spears in the battlefield? Those warriors must have been huge, like gigantic. And I'm like, wow, that's that. And you see the size of the dark dragons? That would mean that the warriors and the dark dragons were about the same height. So it made like zero sense to how they lost the war. It's because their spears couldn't do anything. It's because, if you remember the elder of the place, all of their weapons are powered by flame, or powered by energy. So when they tried to spear the dark dragon, it didn't really do anything. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. That makes sense why there's so many of them roaming around Golden Wasteland. Because they just couldn't get rid of them. They can make them go underground, but they just couldn't get rid of them. That is, wow. That is actually phenomenal, actually. What other things can we figure out with this whole light is flame thing? Oh, it burns dark plants. That was obvious. But why does it stun dark crabs? Maybe just really loud noises stuns dark crabs. Maybe? Is that just a thing? Could I just scream, as a normal human being that doesn't have any light or energy inside me, can I just scream really loudly and a dark crab goes into the ground? Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do? Maybe. People will be like, if you could teleport it into the world of sky, you won't be able to make it past Golden Wasteland. Yes, I would. Because I have the power of my lungs on my side. My good old lungs. I can just scream at dark crabs and they go away. Somebody commented on my VOD channel, one of my VOD channel videos, of why I don't trust the elders. And I have said it before, but I don't think I said that much. So I'm going to tell you why. Alright? Here's why the elders shouldn't be trusted. Alright? Whenever you honk in the game, whenever you either tap your little character on your screen or press the button on your Nintendo Switch, you honk. That's how people usually communicate in the game if they don't have the right emote or just want to get someone's attention or just be annoying. Basically, whenever you honk in the game, everyone knows this. If you ever played Sky before, there is a clear directive on where to go. Like there is a little blip off in the distance that whenever you honk, it shows up. It says, "Hey, hi. This is where you need to go. You need to go that way, or this way, or up, or down, or whatever. You need to go that way." And it's always going towards the Elder's little thing, which makes sense. One of your main objectives in this game is to find spirits of the dead, reclaim their memories, and put them to rest, I'm assuming. But think about the Elders. Because it's kind of clear that you're actually interacting with these guys. They may be spirits, but they are 100% noticing your existence. When you walk in there, they see you. They noticeably see you and say, "Hey, buddy, want to go on an ancient quest beyond time?" Yeah, that's usually how it goes. But, like, isn't it kind of odd that it doesn't matter who's the Sky Kid going in there or what's the Sky Kid about? It's the same thing over and over and over again. You could be new to the game. You can be old to the game. You could have gone through that exact same temple over and over and over and over and over again. It would be the same thing over and over and over again. Almost like, at one point, there was an elder there, but now they're just revisiting their memories. Here's my theory. So you know how one of the core mechanics in the game is the fact that you can revisit memories. There's a little... The memory that you got is still there. You can walk up to it, you can show them your candle, and you can zippity-zop, go that way, and revisit the memory. The Elders, at one point, were alive, and nurtured a Sky Kid to go fight off the Krills. But after they did that, they probably... Here, I'll explain. So after they did that, it failed. Alright? We all know how the Eden goes. As soon as they got past the vault, they all watched the Sky Kid go to Eden and were like, "Yep, foolproof plan, sending a 10-year-old off to hell. This is a perfect plan." And when they got up there, the kid died. So they're like, "Shit. Okay, what do we do now?" So they set up a plan. Alright? They would send another one, and 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 so many more until one of them eventually won. Until they got up to Eden and did whatever the hell they were trying to get us to do. Which we still don't know. If you really think about it, we just keep going to Eden to die every single time, and the others don't really tell us what to do. Actually, yeah, I'm kind of right about that, right? The others don't really give us a clear motive. They just show us where to go, and then we go there, and then we die. Rinse and repeat. Go there, die, repeat. If you really think about it, it works like this. Big ol' Elder and Isle gives us a flame, and then as we go on, we use that flame to help the elders do something. I can't really tell with the cutscenes. And at the end, a vault, we finally have this amazing light diamond that we, using the other elders, we got. And then we give it to the vault elder, who just sends it off into space. Which I'm assuming we've created a star, right? Is that obvious? I think they allowed us to make a star. But if you look off into the sky where it goes, it just kind of joins a bunch of other stars. And in fact, it joins like millions of stars up there. Which means that we aren't the first to be there. There were other people that made stars and sent it up in the sky. So you're probably thinking, okay, you're going off a little off track, but I kind of see where you're going. The elders have summoned you there to create a star. And when they died, their memories were using... The last memory they had was helping the Sky Kid get there so they can make more stars. Where are you going with this? I'm talking about... What were the elders thinking? Like, what were they actually thinking? They had an army of soldiers that they could have revived at any time, and they chose to reincarnate them as kids. As kids. We didn't respawn with a spear, or a shield, or a Glock 19. We just have wings. And light. And they just expected us to go up to Eden and do whatever it is they wanted us to do. They didn't tell us. These elders did not give us a clear motive. They just bowed down to us and said, good luck. And then we die. What was their purpose? When they were alive, I mean. I get it, they were probably like rulers of the the 6 realms of Sky, I'm guessing. They all ruled their own individual places and did their own individual things. But after death, they're kind of meaningless. They have no meaning anymore. They're just dead. They're all dead. And they're all sitting up in the Vault of Knowledge and... Wait a minute. Why are they in the Vault of Knowledge? Because we see them in their individual temples. But like, why are they in Vault of Knowledge? Oh. That's why Vault is so broken. Why as you descend upwards towards Eden, it gets more and more destroyed. That's why all the mantas that are in there are all dead. That's why all the elders are dead. They didn't make it. They got up to the Vault of Knowledge thinking they'd be safe, but they just brought themselves up to the main base of Wow. I think the reason it's called Eden is because Eden was made to protect these elders. But when they got there, it was already overrun with dark dragons. That actually sucks. Wow. Wow. Bro, I just had a brain blast. My entire head just blew up with knowledge. It's crazy, dude. Now I literally don't know what to think. Actually, I do know what to think. What about us? What about us, alright? I get it that the Elders just went through shit, they died, blah blah, they're now permanently stuck in vault, probably forever as ghosts. But like, what about us? There is now a permanent stream of Sky Kids falling from the sky, going to Eden, dying, and repeating over and over and over again. Where's the ending? Where's the actual ending? Because being reincarnated isn't an ending. That is called a... That is... Imagine you're reading a book that is in a that has 9 series of other books before it, and you are about to get to the very let me think of a better metaphor. Okay, you're reading a 9 series collection of books. There's 9 books, and it's about some dude crash landing on a deserted island. And through this 9 series of books, there's character development, there's story arcs, there's meeting people, losing people, whatever, and at the end of the last book, he somehow built a plane to help him escape the island. And on the very last chapter of the book, the guy in the man-made plane crashes into an airplane that turns out to be the exact same airplane that got you on the island in the first place. Loop endings, people. Loop endings suck. And that's why I hate the ending of Sky. That's why I really hate the ending of Sky. Because it's not an ending. There is no end. There is no definitive end. We go to there, we reincarnate, and nothing else. There is no hip hip hooray. There is no congratulations, you've unlocked this, this, and this. It's just nothing. I'm not saying it's the developers being lazy and not wanting to add an actual ending. I'm guessing this is what they wanted at the beginning, which I completely respect, but it just feels wrong. I don't know. You have such an amazing game. With such amazing... imagine you saved Eden to the very last minute. You completed everything. You unlocked every character. You saw every spirit. You got all your Wayne Light. You got everything. And you saved Eden to the very last minute. How do you think that would feel? To do all of that, to learn all that knowledge, and just to know that at the end of all of it, you die. And you reincarnate. That is so dumb. Alright, look. Don't get me wrong. The ending is beautiful. The music is phenomenal. The animations are amazing. It's beautiful. Even I listen to the end soundtrack on, like, the car ride home sometimes. Like, I turn on my radio. I listen to that. Alright? It's beautiful. But, like... it's just so unsatisfying to me. That us, as this creature that was created to bring light to the world, just its only sole purpose, given to us by these oh gracious elders, is to go to Eden and die. And yeah, we reincarnate. We even gain some value from it with seasonal candles, and if we unlock some spirits, we get more winged light from it. Just like, I don't know. It feels empty to me. It feels really, like, half-assed. Excuse my French. It just feels half-assed to me. I've completely forgotten what the original purpose of this topic is. But, I'll say this. The lore of Sky is a tricky one. Because according to the devs, the lore is very open-minded, which means anything that anybody says could be true. It could be. Which is hard, because when you're trying to piece together something, when you're trying to piece together things and put into a conceivable line, it's very hard, because if you get something completed, if you get a timeline done, there could be an entirely separate other timeline out there that still makes sense, but it's very different from yours. And it's very hard to put things together like this. With this being in mind, with this open-ended, open mind kind of thing, I have in my head an ending to Sky. One ending. And like a true ending. And it fits in to the game. It actually fits in. So, hear me out. So after visiting Eden millions upon millions of times, all of the Sky Kids have gathered around and just kind of looked at each other. We all know what we're here for. We all know what's the purpose. You know, restore the world or whatever. But we realized something. We already did. All of these spirits that were being tortured by having to, have unfinished business all these, decades, we've come along and helped them out. Once unoccupied cities are now being roamed around by Sky Kids. All these unactivated machines and boats and ski lifts and all this stuff that were about to be lost to time are being used by us to get around. A once empty world, lost to ruin, is no longer empty. It's full of us. So, all these Sky Kids collectively gathered around and said, well, they said nothing. They just kind of emoted or something like that, but that is actually the true ending of Sky. We did save the world in the end. We saved the world by just doing what we do. We just chat and hang and make friends and make enemies. We make our own story. We've done that story. Now we're making our own story with all these new and brilliant characters like the Ike Men and the Chibi Squads and all these fake mods and the Beta Cape guys and all these different things and all these different communities being brought together. We did it. Technically. The Elders are probably very confused. The world isn't saved. The Krills are still... The Dark Dragons are still roaming around. But... technically speaking, we did save the world. It's populated with people. People. So in my opinion, that's the ending of Sky. The game we're playing right now. The current game. The game that we see all around us. That's the ending. That's the true ending of Sky. It's right now. And we're hitting the 40-minute mark, so I guess I'll have to end the stream here. Thank you all for watching. I don't know when I'm going to be doing another one of these again. Maybe when there's more people. Maybe when it's not 11:46 at night. Maybe not when my dog is barking in the background. Maybe I even bring in my dog. He can sit right there. Y'all can stare at my dog while I talk. And I guess until next time, this is the Cake Zombie Plus. I will see you all again in the next stream. Peace.